Howdy ladies and gents, my name is Thom Gibson, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to get your first teaching job when no one is calling you back. I was in this situation and here's what worked for me. I made a plan to go to every school in the 3 districts that were around where I lived that I was applying to. I'd applied online to all of them and none of them were calling me back. I had my resume in hand and I went to each school with the objective of just shaking hands with the principal, giving a face to the name, and dropping off my updated resume. I was not looking for an interview, I just wanted to introduce myself. When I got to the schools, the first line of defense is the principal's secretary. My interaction with them usually sounded like this. Hi, my name's Thom Gibson and I've applied online, but I just wanted to come by and drop off my updated resume and see if the principal was in just so I could shake her hand and give her a face to the name. I'm not looking for an interview, I just wanted to see if the principal was available today, just to introduce myself. Now, I was met with a ton of different responses from the different schools that I went to. Some of them were saying, oh, you're not supposed to do this, you're supposed to go through HR, which I understand because I know they don't want everyone just flooding the schools and they want HR to handle it, but I needed a job and I wanted to show some initiative, so I went to the schools anyways. Some secretaries were super excited about it and they said, oh yeah, no problem, hold on, let me go see if they're available. A lot of the principals were out, but I still dropped off my resume, and when I did meet the principals, I also got mixed reactions there. I had one principal come up and then say, I'm actually not supposed to be meeting with you, it's supposed to be going all through HR. I had another principal that was really excited to meet me, but there was no availabilities at her school. And I had a few other principals that were just kind of neutral and said, well, thank you for coming by, I'll take this into consideration. From this process, I was able to get 3 interviews and 2 job offers, landing the job that I wanted with the school that I felt I connected with the most. Logistically, what this looked like for me, I did this back in 2011 and I didn't have a smartphone, so I just printed everything out. What I ended up doing was I went on to the district's websites. There were 3 districts that I was applying to, and I separated all the schools by district. I wrote down the school's name and address, the principal's name, and if it was available, the secretary's name as well. So I could go into the school and say, hi, nice to meet you, Mrs. Smith. My name's Thom Gibson. And just saying that name develops a little bit of rapport, which you want because they're the gatekeepers that are either gonna let you go and see the principal or say that it all has to happen online and you can't introduce yourself to the principal. A lot of schools will have a district map online where you can see where all the schools are, and that can kind of help you plan which ones to go to first and the order that you want to go to them in. And as I was going to each school, I was writing down notes on exactly what happened and how I felt about the interaction. Resume given to the principal's secretary, very good chat with her and she hopes for the best. Talked to the executive secretary, kind of awkward, no availabilities. Spoke with the assistant, no openings but very nice interaction, resume left on her desk. And this is the note that I wrote down for the school that I ended up getting hired. Resume given to Miss Quinones, very excited, 5th grade opening, hopes I get hired, she's another teacher there. And then she passed my information along to the principal, who ended up calling me and was just super excited that I did that and thought it was awesome. And that ended up being my best interview and the job that I took and where I spent my first 3 years teaching. I wrote down notes because it helped me kind of gauge, is this the kind of environment that I want to work here? Do people seem happy, enjoyable, pleasant, and friendly? Or were people kind of short and rude and stressed out? It also helped me know which schools had availabilities and which ones didn't, because there were actually several more openings that I learned about after talking to some of the secretaries that were not listed on the websites. Also, writing those notes are really helpful because if someone does call you back, you have a reference point of, wait, did I actually like that school? Who did I talk to? I can't remember what they said about that, because if you're going to a lot of schools, they're all gonna kind of mesh together in your mind, and it's gonna be kind of hard to remember which one was which. And the key thing is that you need to make it clear that you're not looking for an interview. If they think you are looking for an interview, you're not gonna get past the secretary and they're just gonna refer you to HR. So that's how I got my first teaching job. I have a bachelor's of science in sound recording technology, so my teaching certification was through the alternative teaching route, and I didn't have any student teaching experience. My only teaching experience was substitute teaching for a semester. And on a side note, if you're thinking about becoming a teacher, if at all possible, try to sub for at least a semester. Kind of see if that is the environment that you want to go into. If you can come out of a semester of subbing not absolutely hating kids, then teaching may be the career for you. But let me know if it works for you, if you have any questions about it. And if you want to stay in the loop with any upcoming teacher videos, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in the next video.